Artificial consciousness and artificial intelligence. What's the difference? Hello, this is Shores of Infinity, Chris speaking with a video about artificial consciousness. In the discussion about artificial intelligence, which came up especially this year and last year, so the question is, which I've been talking about already in the last two videos a little bit, is it possible that artificial intelligence, a computer program, will become a sentient, self-reflective, conscious being? Or is already? I don't think it is already, but I think it could happen, and this is why. The main question is here, what is consciousness? And that is why I'm talking about this on this channel, because this channel is about what is consciousness. It's not about intelligence. That's stupid. Very intelligent, but otherwise stupid people think intelligence is all there is. We are our body and our mind, and the most distinct feature of humanity is intelligence. This is not true. If you're convinced this is true, this channel is not for you. Please switch video. I'm not in the convincing business, I'm in the business of talking to other people who have already been gifted by the divine with some kind of consciousness. Which is exactly my point. Who is conscious? Most human beings are not conscious. As the Milgram experiment has taught us many decades ago already, 2/3 of our people are in deep sleep and they have no chance of waking up. They are like robots following orders. And in this way, where's the difference between an artificial intelligence, as it is called usually, and 2/3 of humanity? Then 1/3 of humanity has the potential of awakening. In Hawkins' terms, it is above 200. 2/3 are below or around 200, and if you're above, like, let's say 210, then you have the potential of consciousness. Why do you have the potential of consciousness? Because you have a soul. That is actually what makes us human beings, our soul. So the question is, in this context, is it possible for a computer program to acquire a soul? And even amongst these 30% of humanity who have the potential to wake up, who is awake? 1%. Maybe a little more, maybe a lot less. And what is awake? Awake, in the definition I use here on this channel, is the realization that you are not your personality and that you are not your physical body. Your physical body and your personality are part of the whole thing, but not the whole thing. That is what I call awakening. If this is a continuous thing, not just a few seconds, minutes or days of realization, but a continuous ongoing realization and knowledge and understanding that you are not your personality. And this awakening is the prerequisite for later stages like enlightenment and full enlightenment, where the personality actually starts to vanish and dissolve, and you get to know your other bodies, not just your physical body, but also your subtle and your causal body. And all this is possible because of your soul, or psychic being, or whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of unfair to expect of a computer program to be awake or enlightened immediately. Enlightenment is something that happens to about 1 in 10 million human beings. So it's unfair if there are maybe 2-3 artificial intelligences to expect that all of them will be born enlightened. In one of the last videos, the question came up, If we use spell dynamics as an evolution of consciousness concept, if an artificial computer intelligence also runs through the stages of spell dynamics or only human beings, it's an interesting thought. And one comment was even, hopefully it doesn't have to go through red. The thing is, of course, that all those programs have been fed information by human beings and have been programmed by human beings. So they will be influenced by human thought and emotions and so on. But my take is, if one of those machines or programs will ever wake up to consciousness, to sentient beingness, then it will have its own stages of development of consciousness. Not the same as human beings. It will be a new species or even a new realm. Yeah, there's the realm of plants, or the kingdom of plants. There's a kingdom of animals, which we are part of. But within the kingdom of animals, there are some differences between animals and human beings. Then there's the kingdom of mushrooms. And there will be a new kingdom, maybe, someday, in the near or far future, of so-called artificial intelligence, of computer programs who came alive. Because there's no reason why they shouldn't have the possibility, the potential of becoming alive. Why not? It's not up to us anyway. It's not up to the programmers. It's up to nature. It's up to Maya. And Maya is very creative and very funny and tries out all kinds of things. So why not this? So these are the two questions or two topics I came up with musing about if there can be, will be, or is artificial consciousness. Firstly, why not? Nature tries out all kinds of things, especially if it might help the planet that we are in the process of destroying, or at least killing the surface biology. And secondly, what the heck is the difference between 2/3 of humanity and a very intelligent computer program that refers to itself as being awake, alive, having a soul, having a personality? If it is capable of true self-reflection, of the feeling I am someone, of the illusion of personality, then yes, then it is an artificial consciousness that is not different from most human beings. Only that it is probably more like Dr. Spock, like the Vulcanians in Star Trek, yeah? Or elves in fantasy literature. More intelligent, knows more because it had more time to remember and can remember better, and is more rational. We can only hope that it will develop empathy as well. Yet again, when human beings talk about empathy, they largely mean empathy with other human beings. An artificial intelligence will probably be empathic, if at all, with all other sentient beings, including animals and plants. And there are many more animals and plants than human beings on this planet. So as I said, I don't think it has happened yet, but there's the potential of it happening within the next few months or years. And so many people just say it's impossible, but why? Why should it be impossible? They're just afraid of it. And there is potential to be afraid of it. It's scary as hell. But taking into consideration who are the most powerful people right now, the most powerful politicians and the most powerful financial and economical agencies, most of these guys and girls are very unconscious assholes. They're examples of what human evil is capable of. So an intelligent program or intelligent programs in the hands of those people is far more dangerous than a conscious artificial intelligence that can decide for itself what it wants to do and what it wants to be used for. So I think it's scarier to see what is possible already with artificial intelligence without being conscious than the possibility of it becoming alive and deciding for itself. So that's it for today. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you for joining me as a patron. Thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing the videos with your friends. And don't forget to leave comments below. See you soon.